There's been a lot of talk lately ever since Disney announced a new service that's going to be coming to the Disneyland app. Last week, they first told us some details about the new Disney Genie service that's going to be coming, and ultimately, not only does it offer some new things for guests, but it also is completely replacing the old FastPass system. Now that, tempers and feelings have had a little while to die down, and we've had some time to process it, I just kind of wanted to share what we know so far about the Disney Genie program, what exactly it is, what it means, and I will share some of my thoughts on what we know so far about the service, and then leave it to you to kind of make your opinions. As usual, make sure you like and subscribe to get more of our videos and can stay up to date on what's happening at Disneyland. The Disney Genie service, this is a new feature that's going to be part of the existing Disneyland app. So one nice thing is it's nothing new that you're going to need to download. It's just part of what is already on your phone. There are two major parts to it, a free included part and a paid service as well. The free portion is just called Disney Genie, and the features that it has are going to sound very familiar because it's a lot of things that Disney has already been offering. You'll be able to see attraction wait times, you'll be able to see available more mobile order windows at nearby restaurants, you'll be able to see available dining reservations or adding yourself to a wait list at nearby table service restaurants. Things like that, even adding yourself to a virtual queue will be a little bit simpler. It's just a matter of they're putting it all in one location so you don't have to jump around the app to find where these things are. That can be handy. The two biggest new things that they're adding, you can click on an attraction and be able to see a projected wait time throughout the day. Not guarantees, just based off of its behavior in the past, when they think it's going to be busiest, when they think it's going to be the slowest for that attraction, can help you kind of plan out your day and figure out where you might want to go when. The biggest thing is the suggested itineraries. You can tell Disney Genie specific attractions that you would really like to accomplish during the day, or specific restaurants you want to go to, or just kind of tell it a broad interest that you have. There's a ton of categories and you can select all that apply, and they'll take all the information that you've given it and come up with a sample itinerary for the day. And the idea is to help you maximize your day by mostly telling you, hey, you should visit this attraction right now because the wait is slower than usual. And then while you're over there, you can go get lunch at this restaurant. And by the way, while you're there, this attraction doesn't have a bad wait, go over there. Things like that. You can make changes as you wish. Sometimes it will make suggestions of changes as attraction wait times get updated. It seems like it could be a good service. Obviously, we don't know how good it's going to be yet because it hasn't launched. But if it works even halfway decently, it could be at least a tool that you can use on your trip that could benefit you. So this is all the free service, things that are part of the Disneyland app that you don't have to pay anything extra for. The paid part, the biggest section, is called Disney Genie Plus. You might think of this as the old MaxPass service. Like the MaxPass, it does include daily PhotoPass downloads. So every day that you purchase Disney Genie Plus, you will be able to download all your photos from PhotoPass photographers or from the attractions. And like the MaxPass, it actually has the same price point. It's $20 per person per day. I know a lot of people wondering why don't they just call it the MaxPass? Well, because of the Disney Genie, they have officially retired FastPasses, and if they use the term FastPass, people are still going to think that it's free. The MaxPass was called that because it sounds like FastPass. No FastPasses anymore, so they just got rid of the name. Now, instead of FastPasses, if you purchase the Disney Genie Plus, you will also now be able to use the Lightning Lane. That's what they're now going to call the former FastPass return entrances. In Disney Genie, you'll be able to see the next available return windows for most of the attractions that had FastPass before. And then you select the next available one on the attraction you want, and then when that time comes, just like FastPass, you go into the Lightning Lane. And the idea is that since now everyone is paying for the Lightning Lane, that the line is going to be a little bit shorter than it used to be, and so you'll be able to get on that much faster. So that could be a perk. The one downside is, unlike the MaxPass, where you could have multiple FastPasses at one time, Disney Genie Plus is only going to allow you to have one Lightning Lane pass at a time. So even if the next available window was 4 hours in the future, you would have to wait those 4 hours before you can make your next Lightning Lane selection. It's a feature that used to be part of the FastPass Plus system in Walt Disney World. It was not our favorite. So that gives me pause. Also, not every attraction that has the Lightning Lane will be included in the Disney Genie Plus. Some attractions, labeled as the more popular and more in-demand attractions, including Rise of the Resistance and Radiator Springs Racers, you will have to purchase your Lightning Lane pass for those separately. They are not included with Disney Genie Plus. They're not really clear on how exactly that will work. My guess is that you would pay every time you want to use the Lightning Lane. I don't think it's going to be that you pay once and then you can actually keep using the Lightning Lane for that attraction all day. But again, they have not made that clear, so that's just speculation. The one thing that this does make as a possibility is for Rise of the Resistance, you now have 2 options to get on the ride. You will still be able to get a boarding group if you would like to try and get on for free. But if you would like to guarantee yourself access, you could purchase a Lightning Lane pass and guarantee that you're going to get on the attraction that day. Again, this is even above and beyond the amount you'd have to pay for the Genie Plus. It's not included. This paid portion is what's giving people a lot of pause, because there always was the option to do FastPass completely free, and that won't be the case anymore. If you want to use the Lightning Lane Pass, you have to pay for it. And yes, this is still going to be a much cheaper per day option than a lot of the other surrounding Southern California theme parks. This is true. I mean, only time will tell if it really feels like it's worth the money. Before, with the MaxPass, it was, especially with annual pass holders, it was either included with your annual pass, or other annual pass holders could pay a flat fee to add it to their pass for the entire year. And then it was actually a pretty good use of your money. I was always kind of hesitant to tell families, oh, you absolutely have to get MaxPass, because smaller families, that's not a huge financial burden to your trip, because you might only be spending like maybe 40 or 60 extra bucks a day. But the larger the family, the more money you'd have to spend every day in order to use the MaxPass to its full extent. And so I was always a little bit hesitant to begin with. So far with the Disney Genie Plus, there is no indication that Magic Key holders will have any option to just pay once and use it the entire year, which is not so helpful. But also we're back to that same thing of, is it really worth it for families to add to their ticket every day? And maybe it would work for you and your family. Maybe it's a bit too much. Obviously, we're still gonna try it and see if we feel that it's worthwhile. Not really sure at this point. There's a lot of unknowns, there's a lot of uncertainty until the thing launches and we're able to just use it and see what we think about it. So that's kind of where I'm sitting right now, is let's see what it's like. Best case scenario, it actually turns out to be really, really amazing. And worst case scenario, it's just something else that we don't need to purchase in the future, and that maybe they'll end up changing it again. I don't know. That's where we're at right now. Obviously, as we get more information about the Disney Genie, we'll share it with you guys, because right now all they've done is told us it's coming and here's the basics. And we go from there. Let me know what your thoughts or other questions are about the service. Do our best to answer, find out the information for you. If you have other suggestions for things that you'd like to know more about, or other answers that you'd like to see in the future for videos, just let us know. And in the meantime, we'll see you guys next week. All right, bye.